Hey guys, what's up? It's Dom. Welcome back to my new YouTube channel. Now you're probably like, why are you calling it new if you've been doing this for 2 years? If you're new here, I used to only be a booktuber, but now I'm kind of tired of that. I want to talk about more things than just books, so here I am telling you guys about my new future channel. So for a little background on me, especially if you're new here, my name is Dom. I'm 22, as in like I literally just turned 22 back in August 23rd. I'm from Chicago. I just graduated college with a double major in zoology and Italian and a certificate in environmental studies. And as a hobby, I like to read. So, as you do, I made a BookTube channel to talk about books. I left some of my old videos up, so if you want to check those out, go right ahead. Now, why did I decide to revamp this channel? Well, it's because I kind of got bored of just talking about books. I do a lot of things in my life, like I've traveled a bit, I just got back from a Europe trip actually, and I collect a lot of things, and I have nowhere else to talk about them. So I was like, why don't I just talk about them on YouTube? So that's why Dom the Book Traveler has become Dom P is Here, so I could bring in a wider audience, so to speak. Now, why didn't I just make separate channels? Well, one, it's because when I have like multiple accounts on like one form of social media, I get stressed out. All my friends are like, just make 2 Instagram accounts, one for my photography, one for my personal, but I can't because that stresses me out, so I just put everything into one. And I kind of hoped this would all like work out on one because I was debating making 3 separate channels, but then I thought about it and I was like, you know what, a lot of booktubers do put their travel vlogs in one channel, so I'm like, that would kind of work. And then I noticed a lot of booktube watchers do like music, and booktubers as well, do like music, and a lot of the things I collect deal with music. Booktubers, I've noticed, also, you know, like to read, and some of the things I collect are certain magazines. So I was like, alright, maybe combining them will be perfect. And that's what I'm gonna hope for. And see, since I've been doing this for 2 years, like, I don't know how to actually like introduce myself almost. So I'm just gonna start with the type of books I like. I read almost everything. I will say I'm kind of far behind in current times though. I'm like catching up on classics I missed in high school. Sometimes I'll read like a new release here and there, but mostly it's like on the bottom of my list on Goodreads, and I'm kind of just going with the flow. I buy the books that are cheap because I am poor. My favorite book of all time is The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. He's not my favorite author. That just so happens to be my favorite book. My favorite author, I want to say, is leaning towards Khaled Hosseini. I've only read 2 out of his 4 books though, but I just love his writing, and I do hope Frederick Bachman is another favorite in the near future. I've only read 1 book by his, but it was so good and I just loved his writing. My other 2 favorite books are 1984 by George Orwell and The Giver by Lois Lowry. My favorite series of all time is Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling, which is a basic answer, but whatever, we're going for it. Ravenclaw all the way, and I almost said Hufflepuff because I've gotten Hufflepuff on the test once, but then I've gotten Ravenclaw twice, and I said something, and my friends were like, that's what a Ravenclaw would say. Plus I have a Ravenclaw cloak when I was moaning Myrtle, so I'm like, I better be a Ravenclaw. It was the cheap cloak you get at Halloween stores, but still. It was like 20 bucks. I read a lot of graphic novels, and like I've read Persepolis, I've read Mouse, I just finished Anya's Ghost the other day. I do read a big book every year, or at least I'm trying to. I started with House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski, and then I read Les Miserables by Victor Hugo and The Divine Comedy by Dante in the same year. Last year's read was War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. This year's will be The Count of Monte Cristo, and I will be making a vlog about that one, so look out for that. So that's all I'm going to say about books, and then when it comes to traveling, I've been places. I wouldn't say I'm like the world traveler yet. Not yet. So I've been to a total of, including America, I've been to a total of 14 countries. And then within America, I've been to multiple states that for some reason I can't keep count of right now. The states I've been to are Illinois, Wisconsin, obviously Illinois since I live in Illinois, Wisconsin because I went to school in Wisconsin. I've been to Missouri, I've been to Indiana, I've been to Ohio, Iowa, Nebraska, so all over the Midwest. I've been to Florida because I went there for Disney World. I've been to Pennsylvania, and I've been to New York. Countries I've been to are obviously America, and then I went to Italy in high school for 10 days, and there I visited Busto Arsizio, Milan, Rome, Siena, Fiesole, and Florence. My second semester of junior year of college, I got to study abroad in New Zealand. While I was in New Zealand, I went to Auckland, I visited the South Island, so I got to see Christchurch, Queenstown, Arrowtown, Milford Sound, the Chisholm, Muir Lakes, and I've been to Rotorua, and I've been to Hobbiton, and I've been all over the Auckland area, and that was great. And then, like I said, this past summer I went on a 2-month-long Europe trip, so I was all over the British Isles. So I went to Ireland, I went to North Ireland, I've been to Wales, Scotland, England, France, Spain, and I went back to Italy, so I got to be in Italy for the second time. Germany, Netherlands, Poland, and Greece. And I hope to go to more places in the future. I have a friend teaching English in Korea, so I hope to go to Korea one day. I want to do like a whole Scandinavia trip, an Eastern Europe trip, because we missed a lot of those countries. I do want to go to South Africa one day. I saw some animal volunteer opportunities in Kenya, so I would love to do that. I would love to go to Japan. I have plans, man. Plans. Not really. I'm pretending I do to make myself feel better, but plans. And now we can move on to collections. So what do I collect? I collect a lot of things. Okay, so something I obviously collect is books. Right now I'm holding up Harry Potter e la Pietra Filosofale, which I bought while I was in Florence, Italy. I will be able to read this because I can speak Italian. I felt like an idiot speaking it while I was in Italy, but I tried, and that's all I have going for me. How many books do I have? That is a great question. I have no idea. Last time I counted was like it was definitely over 150, so who really knows? I have 3 shelves above my head. I'm currently sitting on my bed, so yes, I have 3 shelves above my bed. Am I scared that one day they're just gonna collapse while I'm sleeping and possibly like decapitate me? Yes. Horrified. Do I keep my bed under the shelves anyway for whatever reason? Yes, I do. In my defense, the shelves were originally used for teddy bears when I was a kid, and then when I got older I transferred it. So they weren't originally for books, so that's the only defense I've got. But I also have 2 shelves in another room, and I have books on the floor in the other room. Other things I collect are CDs, so this is when we get into like the music portion. I love CDs for whatever reason, even though I mostly listen to my music like on my laptop anyway, but sometimes when I want to listen to a specific artist and like not get distracted with music on my laptop, I will put a CD in. Right now I'm holding up Misery by the Amity Affliction. How many CDs do I have? Again, I don't know. It's definitely close to 150 by now, I think, because in high school I went on a rampage buying CDs, so that's where a lot of them came from, and like now that I've caught up in my collection, I could buy them as they come out rather than going to the Rolling Stone store every week and buying them. So yeah, when it comes to music, I literally listen to everything. And yes, like including country. I don't have a lot of country CDs. I only have one, and it's Shania Twain. But my go-to is like heavy rock. Amity Affliction's not my favorite band. My favorite band of all time is Evanescence. They're definitely in the top 10, but Evanescence is my favorite band of all time. If you were to ask me for my top 10, I need to revise it, definitely. But other people I listen to are Lana Del Rey, I do listen to Lorde, I listen to Alt J, 21 Pilots. What else do I have in my nightstand right now? Breaking Benjamin, who I just got to see in concert and it was great. Rise Against, I listen to Bring Me the Horizon, A Day to Remember, My Chemical Romance. It's just a lot, and I can go on and on. And sticking with the music theme, another thing I collect are vinyl records. I just started collecting these. I got a record player for Christmas this past year in 2018. I currently have 7 because these are expensive. But the reason I started collecting them is because I like how older music sounds on a record player, and I love music from like the 50s and 60s. But because my parents are baby boomers, they were born in the 50s, so I grew up with their music first before I delved into modern day music. So I use my record player for like old music and then soundtracks, like movie soundtracks. There's some modern stuff I will get, but I'm very picky with it. What's my like formula for the modern music on a record player? I can't really tell you. What else do I collect? Funko Pops, like this little guy. I have close to 40 Funko Pops. I'm an out-of-box collector, which some people might kill me for, but I have no room to keep them in the boxes because they all go on my shelves. One's currently on top of an armoire, and I'm getting rid of the armoire, so I have to figure out where Chewbacca on the AT-ST is going to be going. The 5th thing I also actively collect are flags for countries I've been. So I'm holding up Greece's flag right now. I bought these flags like in the country. In the future, I hope to hang them up on my walls. I just keep forgetting to go to Target and buying like stuff to hang them with. Then the last thing I somewhat like actively collect are shot glasses for all the states I've been to. So this is Pennsylvania that I'm holding up right now, and it's like I should be actively collecting them, but the thing is I just decided I'll collect them back like last summer. That's when I decided, and by that point I've already been to a few states. So as of now, even though I've been to like 11 states, like I only have 2 shot glasses. Like I don't even have Illinois, I don't even have Wisconsin, and I lived in Wisconsin for 4 years for college. But yeah, I only have Philadelphia and New York, so I have some in like my Amazon cart. Doesn't count, but like I'm not going back to those states anytime soon, because I was gonna go on a road trip with some friends, but then like we all got jobs. I didn't get a job. I'm waiting. I had job interviews, but I didn't get the job yet. They all got jobs though, so we had to cancel the road trip. Now other things I want to talk about on this channel are things that I like kind of by accident started collecting. What I mean by that is just I unintentionally just kept like buying a lot of a specific thing. Like I have a lot of specific Italy things that I didn't realize I was collecting over the years until I looked around my room one day and I was like, holy shit, that's a lot. For example, this jersey that I spent more money on than I care to admit, but I bought it in Florence. It is Italy's soccer jersey. I have a Florence jersey. I have an Italy hoodie. No, it's not a hoodie, but an Italy crew neck. I have an Italy shirt. I have a Pinocchio puppet. I have books I bought in Italy. All my Harry Potter stuff. Like, I'm not a Cherry Wallace or a Tessa Netting type of collector, but I have all the books. You know, I'm starting to collect them in Italian. I have all the movies. I have Funko Pops of them. I have a Ravenclaw robe. I have a Ravenclaw tie. I have Ravenclaw like pajama pants, Ravenclaw like slippers. I have apps on my phone for Harry Potter. This used to be a Harry Potter case, but it was cheaply made, so you can't see the design anymore. I have a Dobby stuffed animal. I have them in ornaments. So again, like things I just collected by accident over the years. I will also talk about the things I used to collect, because I used to collect a lot of weird things like hand sanitizers. But a popular thing I used to collect was zoo books. I used to get these all the time in the mail. A lot. I could see the pile. I'm staring at the pile. It's about this big, and these are thin, so you know that's a big pile. Do I have a schedule for when I'm going to talk about these things? That's a great question. I'm hoping to get this job at the zoo, so I don't know what a schedule will look like for sure, but as of now, I'm looking at like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesdays will be books, Wednesdays will be travel, and then Thursdays will be collections. I will warn you guys now, I may or may not skip them once in a while. Like maybe one week I do all 3, the next week I do 1, the next week I do like 2 of them. It just depends on where life takes me, because life gets in my way a lot. So I just thought I would put that out there now. But that leads me to social media, where I will talk about these things. Of course, you can follow me on Goodreads, and all this will be linked down below, but you can follow me on Goodreads. I do have 2 Twitter accounts. I know I made like a whole spiel about how I can't have multiple accounts on one form of social media. The thing is, I hardly use Twitter, but because of this channel that I'll start using it more. My personal Twitter is @DomTheBookThief, and you can follow that if you want. It's just, I just don't tweet on it because all my friends follow it, so like it's like, oh, they don't know I have this channel and whatnot. Plus it's just where I share like politics and all that stuff. But like my BookTube one is @Dom_P_is_here. And this is the account I'll be using to like let you guys know when I update a video, if I like want to do like a Q&A or something. So I highly recommend following that one. You can also follow me on Instagram. None of my book stuff none of my YouTube stuff is going to be going on my Instagram. Instagram's for my own photography and like some personal stuff here and there. As you guys probably noticed in the beginning of this video, like my majors in college had nothing to do with books or music and whatnot. It was zoology, Italian, and environmental studies. Because my main goal in life is I want to be a primatologist. I want to teach primates how to use language, because I got to Skype a bonobo and my life was forever changed, and that's what I want to do. I also want to be an animal photographer, so I have an excuse to travel. You have to like stalk my Instagram a bit to get to the animal stuff, because right now I'm just kind of posting photography in general to be like my portfolio. But you can follow that if you want. I'm in the midst of the Europe trip right now, so Ireland was the first stop, and I'm still in Ireland, so you guys wouldn't fall behind or anything. But my Instagram handle is @Dom_has_photos. And I also have a Facebook page for my animal photography, and it's called Fascinating Creatures. It's not updated frequently, because like whenever I update an animal photo on Instagram, that's when I update the Facebook. So, but you can follow it if you want. And that's all I have for this video. This video is a jumbled mess, but it is also 4:21 in the morning. Why am I filming at 4:21 in the morning? because I've been putting off this video for the past like 3 weeks. So you do what you gotta do. But other than that, like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want. Question of the day. I want to do question of the day in all my videos, but I'm probably going to just wait till the end to do them. So my question of the day is, what do you guys collect? Are there any like weird things you collect? Like, do you collect seashells? That's not really a weird thing, but some people find like weird ones. Bottle caps. My mom used to collect quarters. Do you collect quarters? Do you guys still have VHS tapes? I still have VHS tapes. That could be like a collection video. I don't like personally collect them. I just had them from when I was a kid, but like that would be a cool one. So I'm glad I asked that question because now I have another one. But let me guys know. Let me know in the comments. I just said let me guys know. Oh god, I need to go to bed. It's 4:30 in the morning. Alright, I will see you guys later. Ciao tutti. I forgot to take a thumbnail, so don't mind me.